If you've been following my videos so far, you've already seen my yellow Camaro quite a bit, but today we're going to be switching gears and doing an owner review on my daily driver, my 2016 Impala. So this is my 2016 Chevrolet Impala in a 2LT trim level. I'm a Chevy guy, so when my Malibu was totaled last year, I decided the Impala was the way to go. This car is basically a couch on wheels like a full-size sedan should be, but don't take that the wrong way. It has a 3.6 liter V6 that puts out 305 horsepower and 264 pound-feet of torque that will make it get up and run when I need it to. It also handles surprisingly well for a full-size sedan. Now I chose this car for a couple of different reasons, and one of those is the styling. Absolutely love the exterior styling of this thing. You know, you start off at the front, you see it's got a bit of an aggressive look going on, but it ties into the rest of the car really well, so you end up with a car that not only is aggressive, but also classy at the same time. And I think that's a difficult combination to pull off, yet somehow Chevy managed to do it. The exterior isn't the only place where this thing shines when it comes to styling, because the interior looks pretty good as well. I love the dual cockpit design that Chevy likes to use, and I think it's the reason a few people have told me that this thing reminds them of a spaceship. There are good materials throughout, so the car has a nice premium feel to it. Now another thing I absolutely love about this car is all the space. So I've got, my driver's seat set for where it will be for me. Keep in mind that I like to sort of recline a little bit, be comfortable when I'm driving. And so, I'm about 6 feet tall, a little bit extra with the hair and everything. But right where the seat is, I've still got, probably what is it, about 3-5 inches maybe between my knees and the seat. I got plenty of space to just kind of get comfortable back here. And so really this car has a lot of space for really, all the passengers I want to put in here, and also has quite a bit of space in the trunk. So let me show you that. Alright, so now let's talk about trunk space. This thing has quite a bit. I fit a lot of stuff in here. Even with me having a subwoofer in here that's taking up a bit of space, I've never really had, any issue where I couldn't fit everything that I needed in here for like a weekend away or anything like that. And so, I don't think we could call this a car review if I didn't do the typical, trunk test. So let's go ahead and do the body test. And so this is me not even using the entire trunk. I'm just sort of sitting here in front of the subwoofer, and I'm going to try and find a grip here. And as you can see, I fit with no problem, and you could probably fit, another 2-3 more bodies in here. That subwoofer brings me to another thing I like about the car, which is the audio and infotainment system. Chevy's MyLink system is well laid out and easy to use. All of the controls are where you would expect them to be, and most importantly, there are still buttons. Now, I personally prefer buttons over anything else just because it's easy to press a button without having to think too much about it when you're driving. Whereas, when you are trying to operate stuff on a touchscreen or a capacitive button, then, you got to actually take some attention and make sure your finger's there, because there's nothing that you can really feel to let you know that you're in the right spot. And so, yeah, I just prefer buttons. The only thing I don't like control-wise are the buttons behind the steering wheel. They're for controlling volume and track selection, but I always forget which side is which, and there's nothing that indicates this from the front of the steering wheel. The audio system is pretty good. It has an awesome sound stage and plays clear at high volumes. The car also has dual zone climate control, which works okay but could be better. Now my only gripe about the climate control system is that the blower speed never seems to be right. It's always either too high or too low. There are climate settings you can adjust in the configuration menus to fine tune everything, but in my opinion, auto climate control should do all that for you. That's kind of the whole point of it. All I should have to do is pick a temperature. Well, now that we've taken a look at the car inside and out, it's time to take this thing for a drive so I can tell you how this thing performs out on the road. Taking a quick drive, and one of the first things that you notice while driving this car is that it is very, very quiet and comfortable, just like a full-size sedan should be. It's no problem at all really to hop in this thing and knock out a few hours of highway driving with no problem. Now when it comes to performance, those 305 horses will get up and run when you need them to. That makes passing and merging onto the highway easy and sometimes even fun. Now the power is smooth for the most part, but as you might expect with 300 horses going to the front wheels, torque steer is present in this car under hard acceleration. The car also handles pretty well. Going around the corner, body roll is well controlled and the car maintains its composure. Steering is light yet precise. Now even though this thing handles pretty well for a full-size sedan, you can tell that it was designed for just eating up those highway miles comfortably. You just hop in, set your temperature just right, pick your favorite playlist, and let the cruise control kick in. Thanks guys for tuning into this owner's review of my 2016 Impala. As you can see, I like this car quite a bit and really don't have anything but good things to say about it. I'm looking forward to many more miles in it. And so if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like this type of video or anything about cars, technology, or DIY projects in general, be sure to subscribe to the channel because that's what it's going to be all about. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next one.